When a crew is assigned to perform a task, the company officer, safety officer, and incident commander should all make a calculation about how long it will take that crew to accomplish that task. But unless that crew has practiced that task together recently under similar conditions as being experienced now at the incident, how does anyone really know the amount of time that it should take that crew to accomplish that task? Stay tuned. Coming up, we discuss how expectations influence situational awareness. Hello and welcome to the Situational Awareness Matters Show, episode 370. I'm your host, Rich Gassaway. The purpose of this show is to improve situational awareness and decision-making for individuals and teams who work in high-risk, high-consequence, time-compressed environments with changing conditions. The SA Matters mission is simple. We want to help you see the bad things coming in time to prevent bad outcomes. Today's featured segment is sponsored by Gassaway Virtual Training. There are 33 online programs for you to choose from. Some of the programs are live events presented virtually, and some of the programs are pre-recorded. To learn more, visit samatters.com website and click on the Virtual Training tab. All right, let's jump into our feature segment as we discuss how expectations influence situational awareness. Your highest level of situational awareness is formed when you are able to make accurate predictions about future events. In neuroscience, this would be called projection, and it simply means that you're able to predict or project future events. This is accomplished through mental models you develop that are formed in your training and experiences. For the commanders, it requires more than training and experience to make accurate projections of the future. As you assess a scene and make predictions about future events, you form expectations about the outcomes of those events. For example, if a crew of firefighters are sent inside of a structure to extinguish a fire, company officers and incident commanders hold certain expectations about how things will change as the crew finds success. For example, black smoke turns to white smoke and the flames disappear. However, there's a second expectation that is every bit as important as the expectations of the outcome and is one that is often overlooked by company officers, safety officers, and incident commanders. How long? The second expectation that should be on the mind of company officers, safety officers, and incident commanders is how long should it take for the crew to accomplish the task? It is not an infinite amount of time. Every building on fire is in the process of falling down because of the forces of gravity being exerted on the structure. This means fire crews have a finite amount of time to accomplish the task before gravity wins and the building falls down. The magic number. What is the amount of time the fire crew should be left inside a building to fight a fire? I get asked that question a lot. And I'm having this discussion with firefighters a lot. Unfortunately, the answer is complex because there are so many variables that determine how long it should take for a crew to achieve their objective. One way company officers, safety officers, and incident commanders can more accurately predict the time to completion is to measure it in advance, overestimating a crew's ability. When a crew is assigned to perform a task, the company officer, safety officer, and incident commander should all make a calculation about how long it will take that crew to accomplish that task. But unless that crew has practiced that task together recently Under similar conditions as being experienced now at the incident, how does anyone really know the amount of time that it should take that crew to accomplish that task? The dangers of miscalculation. Guessing wrong on the amount of time it should take a crew to complete a task can have some significant consequences. First, if a company officer or commander underestimates the time, they may find themselves excusing away their miscalculation and simply extending the deadline. This may happen several times, and with each extension, the incident is drifting toward failure. Slowly, but most certainly. Second, the company officer, safety officer, and commander may become preoccupied with the crew's failure to complete the task in the expected amount of time. This frustration can draw attention away from the big picture clues and cues and lead to attention being focused on the crew's inability to get the task done in the prescribed time. In fact, there can be such a preoccupation with the perceived failure to complete the task that all situational awareness is eroded. The fix. The solution to this problem is a two-step process. First, ensure crews train together as teams, performing realistic tasks in repetitive ways to build proficiencies and efficiencies in the coordination and communications of that task. Second, crews should be timed so company officers, safety officers, and commanders know without a doubt how long it takes to accomplish a task by a given crew. Third, commanders and safety officers should observe crews during training to make first-hand assessments of abilities and deficiencies. This means when crews are training, commanders should be present and participating, not necessarily in hands-on tasks, but rather in the command tasks. We all know that crew members have a wide array of skills, physical fitness, and stamina. These variations need to be taken into consideration when assessing the time to task completion for crews. Timing crews during training evolutions helps everyone begin to appreciate the wide variation in crew abilities, and this knowledge will be helpful in forming situational awareness for company officers, safety officers, and commanders as they're able to predict accurately the future outcomes and the time it takes to complete those tasks. Since the start of the pandemic, I've had some amazing opportunities to present my programs on virtual platforms to groups ranging in size from 6 to 400, with recorded playbacks being viewed over 26,000 times. Here's hoping the vaccine reduces the number of cases and we return back to some form of normalcy. Here's what I have for upcoming training at this point in the game. On May 2nd, I'll be presenting a live in-person situational awareness training program for the Hilltop Hose Company and surrounding communities near Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. On May 10th, I'll be facilitating the Minnesota Virtual Training Series. This program will feature Randy Kern talking about how to have an effective conflict coaching conversation to improve performance. If you're interested in the Minnesota Virtual Training Series, go to mbfte.org, click on the calendar, and you can register for any of those events. On May 15th, I'll be doing a program for Henkels & McCoy Electric Energy Company for their line foreman in California. On May 25th, I'll be facilitating the Minnesota Virtual Training Series. This program will be featuring Peggy Young talking about strength finders. On May 26th, I'll be presenting a situational awareness program for the Utah Fire Chiefs Association in Salt Lake City, Utah. On June 3rd, I'll be facilitating the Minnesota Virtual Training Series. This program will feature firefighter health and wellness experts from the MinFire Initiative talking about cardiac health, cancer, and mental health. On June 8th and 9th, I'll be presenting two programs for the Fire Chiefs Association of British Columbia for their annual conference. On May 14 through 16, I'll be presenting 3 live situational awareness, safety, and leadership programs for the Clark County Fire Protection District Number 6 in Vancouver, Washington. Thank you so much to the organizations that have allowed me, over the course of this pandemic, to offer your members virtual training. And a special thanks to the agencies that are now rescheduling from all the postponements from 2020. And to those that are patiently waiting to be rescheduled. If you're interested in hosting a virtual program or a live program, just click on the Contact Us tab at the top of the samatters.com homepage, and I'll give you a call. Finally, remember to check our show notes for how to subscribe to our newsletter and how to follow us on social media. There we share ideas about how to improve situational awareness, how to make better decisions under stress, and how to improve the skills of critical thinking and resilient problem solving. Well, that's it. Episode 370 of the Situational Awareness Matters show is complete. Thank you to our listeners and viewers for sharing some of your valuable time with me today. I really appreciate your support of the SA Matters mission. Be safe out there, and may the peace of the Lord and strong situational awareness be with you always.
You've been listening to the Situational Awareness Matters show with Dr. Richard Gasaway. If you're interested in learning more about situational awareness, human factors, and decision-making under stress, visit his website, samatters.com. If you're interested in booking Dr. Gasaway for a program, or if you would like to be a guest on his show, click the Contact Us tab at the top of the homepage.